my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. I've been having to think about that lately. It's been a wild couple of weeks. So let me say hellos. Hello, Penny. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Shirley. Please say hello when you join in so that I can say hello back and I know that you're here with me. Hello, Karen. Hello, Kelly. Hi, my friends. Hello, Brandon. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. I'm super excited because on this Thursday, I get to continue and play with some of the products that I showed you on Tuesday because we had so many cool things that released that I couldn't fit it all into one. So I'm excited to continue that today. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Heather. Hello, Donna. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So what's really exciting about this as well is that I get to share with you all of these, continue to share with you the new products. I'm also using existing products because I've been having a lot of fun using the existing products as well. But another really, really cool thing that I'm super excited about is we are starting something brand new on Thursdays. So as kind of we evolve with our different marketing pieces and different sales and things like that, we are going to do something every Thursday now. And every Thursday, we're trying it out now. So we're going to do it for the entire month of June, and we're trying it for the latter part of July. The last part of May. It is called Crafty Hour. So while I am live, that is from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We may end up extending it for 2 hours because Jess did let me know that normal happy hours, even though it's a crafty hour, not a happy hour, are usually about 2 hours. We may, change this in June. We couldn't do it today because it was too soon. But what we may do is extend it for 2 hours. But tonight only, it is 1 hour. And it is from 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. And we have 40% off of our paper pad products. Now, it is select items. It's not every single paper pad product that we have. But it is just for another 43 minutes. So don't worry about what I'm doing right now. Head over to the link. I don't believe there's a link. I didn't update the link in the description, but I'm sure that in only a moment here, Penny will post the link for where you'll go to see all of that. Grab as many as you want. There is no limit. And if you purchase more than one, because right now I think they're like $4.79 or something. It's a really great price on a paper pad. Right now, if you grab them, they will up, and there she is. Right now, if you grab just one, you won't get the free gift because the free gift is a $5 or more. $5 or more purchase. I'm going to show you what you're going to get. So let's head down to the table and let's talk about it, shall we? Oh my goodness, look at that stellar ink. It's everywhere I am now. I've been using it so much in my projects. I've been really loving it. So the free gift is, look at how fun this is. So let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it. So this is, we are going to craft together. Absolutely. We're still going to craft 100%. So this is a sample of our Squeaky Clean. So if you've never used our Squeaky Clean before, which I know that there are quite a few of you that have not tried it out yet, now is your chance. So one of my absolute favorite ones, and doesn't this remind you of like the Chanel No. 5 samples, the perfume samples? So if you have never tried it, this is the Lucky Marshmallow Squeaky Clean. You'll probably clean, a couple of stamp sets with the amount that's in here. You will get this completely free. So just spend $5 or more. And the cool thing about this now, I don't know how easily you're going to be able to get this cap off of here. I know that you can pull it apart. Once you're done with what's in here, you can refill it. You can take it as a little travel, whatever you would like. So this is a little sample of the Lucky Marshmallow Squeaky Clean. Yours for free. It will automatically go into your cart. And don't worry, we have tons of these, but so you won't miss out. But it will automatically go into your cart when you make your purchase tonight. Okay, so that is, and I have to put this somewhere safe because I want to hold on to that. I love keeping the little treasures of certain products that we have that that are little bonus things that we will never have again. So I thought that that was super fun. All right. So I don't know if Candy's here yet, but I made a promise to Candy that we were going to use this product this evening. So again, this is a new product from Brutus Monroe. I'm very excited about this product. It just came out on Tuesday, and a lot of you have been really excited about it and have already purchased it. So this is our new printed chipboard. So by a show of hands out there, how many of you have used chipboard in the past? How many of you have used or enjoy chipboard for a multitude of different projects? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there's probably quite a few of you. Okay, so with this particular chipboard, it is a very thick chipboard still. I mean, it's what's considered our lighter weight chipboard, because our heavyweight chipboard's like insane. It's still, it's a really good, I'd say it's about the weight of a chipboard that would be on like the back of a notebook. Does that make sense? Like the back of your notebook chipboard. So I'm going to show you tonight how to make 4 simple cards using this chipboard as your base, as your overview base. So what we're going to first do is we need to cut these panels down, okay? So when we cut these panels down, we are going to go to 4 1/4, and these are going to come together very simply. We just have to prep, some product to use. So 4 1/4, okay, by 5 1/2, and that will give us our base. Okay, look how fun. I love designing these. Okay, and it's going to give you that, I love that. How did they do that? We talked about that before, the how did they do that. Whenever they get a project from you or a card from you, they're like, how did they get that printed on that real heavy duty cardstock? So there are the 4 pieces that we're going to use tonight. Now, I did do a little bit of work ahead of time, but I didn't do all of the work ahead of time. So we're going to go card by card as we build these. But before we do that, we're going to have to do a little bit of prep work, okay? Oh my goodness, Candy, yes. I promised you I was going to use it tonight. So I'm going to use a stamp set that I'm in love with. When I designed this stamp set, I did not use it enough, or I did not get a chance to use it enough. How many of you have the Fall Florals stamp set? I know that there's probably quite a few of you that have it. I am obsessed with the Fall Florals. I'm just gonna grab a little piece of cardstock. Oh, actually, I need a bigger piece than that. Give me one moment. Let's use some. We want to use some Not Your Mama's, so it's real nice. Yeah, let's use some. Well, hold on. Yeah, let's use some Not Your Mama's, because that'll give us some really thick flowers. So what I need for this is I need a 1/2 sheet of paper. So you're going to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and we're going to cut it right in half, okay? So 8.5 by 11, so we're going to cut that at 5 1/2. And then we're going to stamp our flowers. I'm really excited because I am going to use Simon Hurley's black ink for the first time tonight. It's called Black Widow. And we're going to test it out. If it does well, it does well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, yes, they'd be great mini book covers, Melissa. So I love this Fall Florals because of the coordinating die and the coordinating stencil. And we're going to talk about that in a moment, because we're going to use that. So this is the Black Widow dye ink foam pad. So it's a watercolor ink. So I'm assuming, and I don't know if Simon is here tonight. He might pop in. Who knows? Sometimes he pops in. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes I don't hear from him for months at a time. I'm just kidding. But I'm going to stamp with it, and I'm going to heat set it, because I heat set my ink, my Raven ink as well. But I'm going to heat set it and see, you know, how it does. Because these new foam pads that everybody's talking about, they're all the rage, but I haven't used them. And I'm using some Not Your Mama's because I really want these flowers to stand out on the because this is a heavyweight paper in itself. So I want to really have something that's going to stand out, because if you're not using a heavier weight paper, it's really not going to you're not going to get much. Let's see here. Yeah, that's good. It's not going to be prevalent enough, I guess is the word that I'm trying to use. It's going to kind of fall by the wayside if it's a thinner paper. And Not Your Mama's is just the best. So let's go ahead and ink this up. The only thing about the foam pads is it does like to grab the stamp. But let's see how it does here, Mr. Hurley. Oh, okay. Where's my little tool here? So far, so good. All right. Okay. Except for over here. What was on there? What did I get on there? It's not the ink that did that. So let's stamp it. Oh, there's something on the stamp. I can see it. It's okay. We just won't use that flower down there. It's no big deal. Okay. Yeah, it did a pretty good job. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Not at all. All right, I need to figure out what the heck's going on down here. Hold on, we got to do a stampectomy. It's like a piece of tape got stuck on there. It's okay. Surgery. The stamp is now out of surgery, and we're looking good. All right. So I think we'll just stamp. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I think we'll just stamp it once. I'm happy with that. And yeah. All right. Although, no, it's pretty much in place. All right. Okay. All right. I touched something there. All right. Hold on. Let's heat set it though real quick, because we don't want to. I see a lot of you are getting your paper, which I so appreciate. All right, so let's put our stamp aside here, and let's grab our stencil. So I think we're pretty dry now, okay? And we got a pretty crisp stamping off of there. I mean, it's a watercolor ink, so it's going to inherently bleed a little bit. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But I mean, it did pretty well. Look at how that just snapped right into place. What a time to be alive. All right, so I am going to take some pixie spray, because this stencil is a real doozy. And this stencil, I believe, I'm pretty sure it's still available. I mean, all of these products should still be available. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and, again, just quote-unquote snap it into place. And it's pretty perfect, but there's going to be, get it as best you can. If it's a little bit off, that's okay. And this die set, isn't that a gargantuan die set, was created to really cut everything out perfectly. You'll see. You'll see in a moment. All right, so what colors do we want to use tonight? Let's do Let's do some pinks. Maybe some purple. Wait, did purple come out with the stellar ink? I don't know. Did we get a purple? Simon, where are you? We did get a purple. Let's do 100% juice. That's a new color. I think Penny's here. I don't know. I thought she was. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, she's here. Okay, good. So 100% juice. We'll use 100% juice, and then let's use a blue. Let's use a yellow. Right in the middle. Shall we? What do you think? Or should we use a blue? No, let's use a blue. Or how about High Tide? This is a new color. That's a new color. Yeah, let's use High Tide. And right now, all we're doing is we're just prepping some pieces, because realistically, the what's the word I'm looking for? The little backer, these little pieces, we just need stuff to add to them. We're going to add some different floral elements, maybe in the center here, some baubles, and then a sentiment, and then you're really done. So we're going to be able to make 4 cards pretty quickly, I think. Well, what is it, 6:31? Okay, y'all have a half an hour. A half an hour to grab those paper pads. All right, I'm going to go off here, off of my stencil, and that's okay because we are going to be cutting these out with the master die. And really give them a good zhuzhin. Can you believe that this is our last live before all the scenery changes from Winnie? I can't believe it. May went by so quickly. All right, and don't worry, we're going to be adding some lighter tones to these because you can see how deep and saturated that color is. All right, so I need another brush. Uh-oh. Am I out of brushes? Am I out of brushes? I am. Hold on. There's no way I'm out of brushes. Maybe I am. Do I not have a brush for... Hold on. Hold on, please. Let's see. How many brushes did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I get 6 brushes? Nope, I have another one here. Oh, and another one here. All right. We're good. Phew. I was like, did I not get enough brushes for my whole... all my inks that he sent me? All right, so High Tide we're going to do right in the center here. And I foresee this really becoming pretty in the center here. There we go. Oh yes, beautiful. All right, and then we'll go in last but not least with 100% juice, which is one of the brand new colors. Oh, okay. I like this color. You need to stay over there. I'm not ready for you yet. I'm not ready for you yet. Look at how pretty this blend is. If you've never seen this before, or you've never used this before, Heather Collins has left for the day. You're not going to find her here. She's gone. She has escaped. All right. So now we can go ahead and peel this off. 1, 2, 3, go. And I mean, who doesn't love when something is colored in for them? Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely positively perfect. Then what we do is we take our die, and we line that up to the best of your ability. Doesn't have to be perfect. But we're going to line it up. And sometimes I have learned with this little die of mine that it can be a tiny bit off, which is okay. If you want it to be perfect, actually, I'll show you what you want to do. For it to be perfect, let me show you. Instead of talking about it, I'll show you. This is a trick that I learned from my dear sweet Gina K of the incomparable Gina K Designs. Oh, I already have it in here. Oh my goodness, it was like I was planning it. So you want to get yourself you want to make yourself a template. See this template? And you want to line it up so that it fits perfectly over top of your florals here. See that? My head gets in the way, I'm sorry. And I should have cut this out of like black paper so you could see it better. But put that like so, and then you're going to grab your die. Well, hold on. Let's tape this on a little bit here. Because we can get ourselves into some trouble if we don't. All right. So tape that little guy on there. There's no, it was created so that you would, I'll show you another day how you can use it as a background. I created it so that it pulled out like a little template as opposed to, oh, good Glenda, did you get some of those paper pads that are on sale? And then when you do this, you'll feel it just kind of like press into place. And you generally want to do this on like a heavier piece of paper. I hope you were able to get some of the paper pads that are super on sale. And when you're doing something like this that has like the extra, put this at like a 0 pressure. Okay, does that make sense? Put that puppy at a 0 pressure. Because we don't want to get ourselves into a situation where, oh my word, did you hear that motorcycle? We don't want to get ourselves into a situation where we are applying too much pressure, okay? So we're going to go ahead and run that through. Yes, everyone, there is 22 minutes left. Hi, Annie. Yes, 22 minutes left on the Crafty Hour sale. I'll try to mention it, I guess, every 10 minutes so that everybody's able to go in and make sure you grab your things. All right, so now, oh, there wasn't enough pressure. Oh my goodness, we need to add more pressure. It didn't do nothing. Oh, it's because I had it on negative pressure. Well, that'll explain it. I was like, why didn't it cut anything? Oh, I had it on the lowest. I had it on you can go backwards on this machine. I wonder why it was so easy to send it through. I was like, by gosh, by golly, this sure is easy to send through. Usually I need to give it a little oomph. This time it went right through. There we go. Ugh. Sometimes it still sticks to my, not even when I pull the thingies off. All right, let's see. Yep, it's still, hold on. It's because this layer is not your mama's as well. And I had a feeling that would happen. This layer here is not your mama's. So it's so thick. Let's see if I can make it snap into place here. There we go. That should be good. That's why I said use a thinner paper, because that won't do much. We'll send it through again. And that's my fault. It's because I used Not Your Mama's for that template. That really wasn't supposed to be a template. It was more of a, supposed to show you what it will do. So let's run it through one more time so we can get all of our flowers in one quick run through. Can everybody hear me? Hello? Is anybody else having trouble? I can talk louder. I can definitely talk louder. I don't know why that wants to stick to that today. It might be because I was walking away too. That happens a lot. You know what? I really do think I need a new one of these. But let's pop out the ones that have popped out. There are some that didn't pop out all the way, and I think that's because of my pad. But let's pop out. We're not going to use all of them anyway, so let's just grab the ones that are popping out easily. Quite a few of them actually, but I need to get on to GinaKDesigns.com tonight and order another one of these pads, because I've used mine within an inch of its life, as you can see here. All right. Did any stick in there? Nope. It's just this one side, and I think it's again because of the... Oh, when I move away from the mic? Yeah, okay. Sorry, yeah, and I don't wear a lapel mic because y'all will be like, every time I take a sip of my drink or whatever, you'll all be like, what the heck is he doing? All right, so I think that's good for now. All right. Don't hear anything at all. Oh no. Oh no. All right, so we're going to start with this guy here, okay? And I already have some sentiments cut out. Let me move actually, let me put all of this back in here. Before I lose it, there was also a printable, I think, that we did with that. I can't remember. All right. So we have our very simple thinking of you, okay, that we're going to use there. And we're just going to add a couple of florals and do a little bit of shading. And I think we'll be good to go. Okay. And then I also have our dot pens here. These are from Nuvo. And I'm going to show you how you can dot with them. Let me use this piece of scrap. See how they dot on one end? Then the other end is a fine dot. Okay, and we're going to use that to embellish our little floral pieces there. Okay, and I think it's going to make it, super, super simple. So what I first want to do is I want to trim this down just ever so slightly. And we are going to grab our Secret Garden paper pad. This is one of the ones that are on sale tonight. And actually, you know what? I think I want to use this. Where's my splatter one? I used that last night and I had a lot of fun creating with it. I might have taking it into the other room while I was creating. I used that. Oh, here it is. It's called Spring Splatter, which I'm hoping, I think it's in stock again. And let's pick out which. Oh, yep, that's the one. That was easy, right? I'm making it easy today. All right. So let's see. So the spring splatter. So let's cut this down. I'm looking at my instructions here, my little cheat sheet and my pictures. So you know me, I like to trim this down a little bit on either side first. Okay. And then got a 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. Oh, I have to go grab my other glue. Give me 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves for 1 moment. Okay, I made it back. I knew I forgot something. It's always something. All right, so we have that trimmed down. So now let's trim down our panel here. We're going to do a little bit more of the blue. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Only 13 minutes left. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Run, 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 run. So then this will sit right on top of there. Oh, do you love the contrast? I love the contrast, I do. Okay, so now let's find some flowers. And I think we're gonna cover up this flower. Although that flower's pretty, I think I wanna cover that up. And then I think we'll add in just a couple of these little dainty flowers. And this is all about simplicity. This is all about being able to just take and make this quick and easy. And then we'll, of course, add some gems. But what do we think? Okay, we'll add some gems. Let's move this. And then we'll just have the thinking of you right there. Add a couple of gems. Add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think that's great. So we're going to fill these in. Let's use the smaller side for this side. And you'll see. See how that adds the sparkle? And these are just the dual dot markers. I have these with me all the time in my arsenal because they're so easy to use. So easy to use. All right, let's grab our blending sheet that we used yesterday. So I want to add a little bit of that new what color was that? It was a brown. was that brown name? It was the Weeping Willow. I'm just going to grab some more of that ink. And just add a little bit of weathering. Just a little bit. Just to deepen and darken our edges here. All right, you just want to be careful because you don't want to rub too much on your print here, because it is, I mean, it's made to look vintage, but it will become ultra vintage very quickly if you rub on that too much. All right. So now let's go ahead and apply this to that. And for this, I'm going to use one of my secret weapons, and this is the Eileen's Fast Grab Tacky Glue. Now I use this if I'm doing like large or heavy pieces. So obviously this is a very heavy, hold on, let me try to get it's like an Ever Ready bottle, but of course it was flipped the other way. But I use this anytime that I am doing like heavy duty chipboard and things like that, because it will 100% grab hold, and it's fast grab. This is actually something I learned from Taylor at Tailored Expressions. Is this glue is really great for heavy duty work, and you just kind of want to give it a little wiggle, and it grabs very quickly. Oh my goodness, look at how beautiful that is already. Oh, I love it. It looks so vintage like. All right, so then we can use this again for our larger flowers, right? Okay, so put a little in the center there, and also on those two. And just kind of position that so that it just covers that up. And then where'd I put my stabby? It does grab pretty quickly, but it can also add a little dimension if you want. Should we add another flower there? Why not? Let's grab one that's a little bit more. There we go. Oh, I love that. What do you think? And then the thinking of you will go right here, popped up. And of course, we're going to add some gems to give it a little razzle dazzle, right? But let's pop this sentiment up. Oh my gosh, by golly. So simple and yet so elegant. All right. We're in it for the long haul tonight, kids. Hope you packed a lunch or a snack. A lunch. Oh my goodness, Christopher Allen. All right, we're going to use the blue shifts because I've been using them and I love them. All right. And I'm just going to keep these out because I'm going to use them a whole bunch of things. know I can't help myself when it comes to the jewels. I'm still going to add some more, but with this barely art, you really have to, I wouldn't say work like quickly, but work quickly to make sure that you but again, if you want to use these for album or book covers, please, by all means, show me your wares. All right, and that just added just enough little shimmer and shake on there, and I think, no, for the berries, I think we'll just leave the berries as is. But can you see, do we think we need something here? I have an idea. Yep, that's what we need. But where's my scrap piece? So this is my scrap piece of paper from that. Yep. Oh, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Hurry up and make sure you're checking out. Okay. Let's run this. I wish I had my little die cut machine. I still need to get one from Gina, because I'm always taking out my giant die cut machine for the simplest little tasks like transferring this on here. I don't need the big die machine to do that, but it's okay. And I don't know where my little piece of paper is that I put on there to hold it in place. We need a little something going across the bottom. That's all there is to it. And I could have applied this directly onto there. See, I need a new one of these. See how that curved that? It's not gonna hurt anything, because we're fixing to glue it down, but all right. So, I have a little bit of glitter there. That was a free gift with purchase. All right, so 1, 2, 3, go. See how perfect? See how perfect that is? Oh, I love that. We'll add some gems to this too, because why not? Who's going to stop us? Who is going to stop us? No one. There's no one here that's going to stop us from adding gems. Not a single soul. Should I trim? No. Actually, let's get this centered first. Let's see, that's about good. Did y'all get a snap? Hola! Alright, so we're going to go ahead. And that's where we'll trim it. Everybody say hi to Isaiah. He's one of my buddies that I play video games with. All right. So now we'll go ahead and I'm just going to trim this out. I'm not going to perfectly trim it out because I just want to give it that scalloped appearance, and I am only doing this because it is not a lot of fussy cutting, because you know me, I'm not doing any fussy cutting that I don't have to. But I think that just adds, I mean, by being scalloped like that, I think that adds a little bit to it. So I think what we'll do, oh yeah, that's exactly what it needed. We'll add, look, did you see how I turned that over again? And I turned this one over again. All right. I'm not paying attention tonight. It's almost the weekend. I can't wait to build some Legos this weekend and just not, I might actually make some cards this weekend. I don't know. I have the whole new release to play with, so I've got lots of fun stuff to do. All right, so now, oops, and did I just move that? Hold on, let me straighten this out a little bit. There we go. Now we'll add a couple of little gems. I think we'll do them right in the center here. 3 across. And we'll use the little Christopher Allen grabber tool. I love a signature collection tool. I was like, where? The signature's on it somewhere. There it is. All right. So there's card number 1. Yep. Love it. All right. Let me grab a card base. We'll stick it onto the card base, and then we'll be on to card number 2. We'll probably be live till about 8 o'clock tonight, I'd say. I'm going to use the Fast Grab Eileen's glue to put it on here because it is very, very, very heavy. We do not want it to fall off of here. And this glue does not mess around. All right. Again, when you put it on there with this glue, give it a little wiggle. There we go. First card complete. All right, let's put it on the backdrop here. Well, no, we'll just set it there because I don't want to lose it. Speaking of signatures, there's the signature scissors. All right, so for our next one, this one I don't think is going to need anything at the bottom. Is this 2? Nope, still just 1. And for this one, I do want to use this flower, okay, and this flower. Well, actually, let's do this bunch of flowers. And then we're also going to die cut out a little cup for here. So we're using our rub-ons again that we used yesterday. And let's go ahead, let's use these 2. Let's position this one just so this little sprig comes out from here. Okay, and then, hello, my friend. Actually, no, I lied. Hold on. Let's take a look at how big this cup is going to be. So let's grab from our die set. Oh, whoops, I didn't cut this one apart yet. Mind you, I probably have 6 of this. 6 of this die set cut out somewhere. Who knows where though. All right, so let's take a look here. So we want this to be a little offset. So, nope, we're gonna have to do a straight across stamping. That's okay. Because I really want this to be here like that. And then I want to add a couple of flowers coming out. So we'll probably use these longer stems why not? Keep those together there. Oh, and now the sale is over. Did everybody get what they wanted? I hope so. All right, and I'm going to use from last night. I had some watercolor cardstock. Here it is. Or not last night, from the other night. We'll use that for our stems. All right, so this is the only one that we're going to do on here for now. So we can go ahead and let's just burnish this one. If you want to send it through the die cut machine, you can, because as I said before, if you aren't able to burnish really well, like you don't have the strength to really burnish well, you always have the option to put it through the die cut machine. But for one that's like this, I think we're going to be just fine. Because again, these are very detailed. Very, very, very detailed. And that's why they're like that. There we go. See that flower that we just added there? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, so now we'll figure out our teacup and our little stems. And then we're going to use the flowers that we cut out before, because, I mean, these match that, I mean, almost perfectly. So let me trim out that guy. You can never hear me well. Can I move the microphone closer? The microphone is as close as it can get. I think it's because I am moving my head as I'm talking. But I can look into getting a lavalier mic, but I really don't want to do that, because then you can like hear me literally just breathing. But it's because I walk away from where the microphone is. That's the only reason. I promise you, I don't think I'm saying anything of any importance when I walk away. All right, so let's find for our mug. I want to grab this paper again because I love, where's that purple one? This one. Don't you think that this would just make the perfect mug? Hold on, let me move this back in here. Can you all hear me now? I hope so. I just feel like this will make just the most perfect mug. Or actually, let's turn this into a bowl. We can turn this into a bowl just simply by not putting... You missed Crafty Hour. Should I extend it for another hour? Should I? I think I can. I think I can. Because I feel bad, because it was the first one that went by so quickly. Let's fix that. We'll give you 50 more minutes. It may take a second for everything to go into effect again. But I think we're going to have to do it as a 2-hour happy hour. It just went by too quickly, right? Do you hear the pizza? It's fixin'. You know I'm an old softy. You know I'm an old softy. I'm an old softy. I am an old softy. So I made it available again. So just take a moment and I know it is good pizza too, huh? Give it a moment to refresh. All right. Yeah, I need to order one of those from Gina. I love the big machine, but I rarely need the big machine. Yeah, I know I need to get one. Oops. I know. It's good paper. It is good paper. And you also probably got the free gift. I bet you did. All right. So let's put our little die cut pieces to the side here. Motion in my backyard, probably deer. All right. There's that. And now our little bowl instead of a cup. I think that just matches perfectly. All right, and then we got to find our sentiment that we want to use. I bet you there's one on here. Yes. Let's celebrate today. Let's celebrate today. What do we think? Nope, too long. Happy birthday. Happy birthday works for me. And we'll just try to position that the best we can. And we'll use my ink for that. I do love Simon's, but I don't know where I set it. All right. Oh, not on the bump there. Works for me. All right, and then we're just going to add in our florals. So I would say let's kind of just position that like that, and we might not even need look how perfect that matches. We might not even need our stems. No, I don't think we will. All right, so I think I'm going to put these two, and then I think I'm going to pop this guy up. Nope. Well, not this guy. Let's use that one. Yep, okay. Start laying stuff down, and then we can add our, well, actually not yet. Hold on. Let's trim this guy down as well.
by 5 1/4. A little bit off of each side, so it looks even. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna grab, I want a little bit brighter, something a little bit brighter for this one. I think that guy. Trim this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right. Yep. That's the one. All right. So let's go ahead and get our what's the name of this? Fast grab tacky glue. Does work really well. I will tell you. Taylor knows her stuff. We're not going to use those little stems. It was a great idea, but at the time, it was a good idea. Grab our card base. So I guess that extension was a good idea. All right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it usually takes about 10 minutes for it to update itself. All right, little shimmy, little shake there. All right. Now let's add on our little bowl cup. Bowl cup, that's what we're going to call this from now on. It is a bowl cup. Let that go outside a little bit. Like, see that there? Let that be a little bit outside. And now we're going to add some glue to this floral piece. And then some glue to this guy over here, just so they're kind of peeking over. And then this guy we're going to pop up, okay? Hi, Monica. I'm glad that more of you are able to get in on the sale. Pop that puppy up there. Love that. Love that, love that. All right, so now to add a little bit more visual interest, we're going to take instead the silver. Actually, what is this color? Black pearl. And we'll use this side to just add a couple of little dots. Don't worry, we will still be adding some gems. But I just wanted a little oomph. Oh my goodness, is someone moving a piano up there? Did you hear that? Hello, Carol. I'm so glad that so many of you are able to take advantage of that happy hour. We are going to do it for 2 hours in the future, I think, because it just wasn't long enough. All right. And that is card number 2. So simple. So simple, yet so elegant, right? I love it. All right, card number 2. Now let's move on to card number 3. Numero trace. Uh-oh. If I can find where I put my bases. Here they are. Okay. Now for this friend here, we're going to do a little bit of coloring. Well, there we go. I was like, I thought we were, because I want to show you how beautifully this takes color as well. But we are going to, again, this is just very simple and easy. I'm going to grab a beautiful number 39 Spectrum Noir. I'm not sure what color this actually is, but number 39. And you see how beautifully that color's in? So simple, so easy. I know a lot of you aren't paying attention right now because of the sale, and that's okay. You can come back and watch me after. But all I'm doing is adding a little bit of color in the background, and look how quickly that perked up, okay? Then we're going to find our perfect sentiment. And I think, how about get well soon? I like that. All right, we're going to trim this down. And again, grab our background piece. But I think for this one, we'll add a little bit of our really pretty washi that we did the other day. Just down at the base. Because I've been dying to use this washi again. And it's already been foiled. So why not, right? So I'm thinking we'll use maybe this one here. Just to add a little bit of visual interest. Oh, yeah. I love that. And then, do I have... Well, oh, please. I think I might have used them all. I know someone's going to come in right now and say that they can't hear me, but that's because I walked clear across the room. Sorry. I was going to use some of my... I think I used them all. those beautiful, beautiful card panels that go along with this set. I believe I used them all. These are, I believe, from the Patriotic. Yep, this is all Patriotic. Well, darn it. That's okay. We'll just use some more of our... This pretty pad. Why not, right? When we have the get well soon, we'll add a couple of flowers, a little bit of gems. And our card will be complete. I mean, it's very simple because it looks like this is already stamped on there, even though it's not already stamped on there. It's printed, pre-printed. So again, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I just love how that breaks that up down there at the bottom with that little bit of shine. Right. It's one of my favorites. It's the journaling one. All right. Again, a little wiggle. Let's grab our card base. And we have lots of little florals and flowers, and look what I just found. We'll use that on the next one. By gosh, by golly. What are the odds? That's beautiful. I get so excited when I see a product and I really love it and I can't wait to use it, and then I realize that it's a Brutus Monroe product. I was like, I know I'm going to find it. For the next one, we're going to die cut it, though. That's in my instructions, at least, that I wrote up. You know me. I very rarely follow the instructions that I wrote up, but when I'm doing 4 cards, I have to. I gotta. Or else I will go way off course. Any of you that have been here with me for any amount of time know that very well. All right, so now let's grab ourselves some little florals here. And we'll see where we like them. And they will look like they belong there the whole time. Thanks everybody that's sticking with me for this longer live tonight. But I really wanted to do a whole lot with our 4 panels, and there's still 4 more panels that you can use. All right, then we'll put our get well right there. We're going to pop that up. All right, and then we'll do some little trinkets, little adornments. You can add more florals if you would like. I just love that at the top, how that adds that. Okay. Now we just need a couple little gems, because that always makes it better. Takes it from being flat to much more exciting. Can you use Decofoil on the floral chipboard? I think so. Let me turn on for this last one, let me go ahead and turn on and see if we can't. Let's put it on. Let's put it on level 4, because it's much thicker. And I kind of want to add I don't want to get too crazy. No, let's use some gold and just add a little bit of gold. Just to kind of close in the gap of this like little wreath we have up here. And then down here at the bottom, I kind of want to add, I know I'm going to regret this because it's not going to be on the straight and narrow, but I kind of want to just add this, kind of going in this direction to kind of make it a little weeble wobbly, because then, or even just add it a little bit down. I think I'm going to add it down here. Yep, I'm doing it. Don't try to stop me. It's too late. I can't put it through the die cut machine, so I'm going to have to just let Jesus take the wheel here. Just place it like that. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Let me grab my little, what do we call this? What's the name for this? It's a application tool, I think. And the thing is, again, I've talked about this before with these rub-ons. These rub-ons are very, very delicate, very intricate. And luckily, they work on most materials like glass and all that. I mean, they'll transfer a little bit easier onto glass and things like that, but you got to be patient. You can't just, roll a couple of burnishes over top of it and think it's just gonna be good to go. They are very, very intricate. All right, let's see how we did. I'm excited to try it. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, I think we rubbed too hard. Oh no. Hold on. We rubbed too hard. We're gonna have to replace it with something else. Well, I guess it's not terrible. It just looks very vintagey. It's because you can rub it too hard. we have hello, Joyful Creations. We have discovered that you can rub it a little too hard, but I don't mind that. But you know me, I love a good good grungy look, so I don't mind that. If I would have sent that through the die cut machine, we wouldn't have had a problem at all. But I kind of like that. It kind of gives it a little grungy feel. Oh no, Nikki. That's okay. You'll find something when it's right. I've talked to you about this before. When it is right, you will get that job. Just wasn't the time. Just wasn't the time. Okay. So now for our final piece, we are going to die cut these out as a circle. With a circle, I mean, as a circle, with a circle. Like so. Okay? But first we're going to attempt to foil them. They may or may not foil. They were not intended to foil. So let's go ahead and cut this out first. And then we'll try to foil. I mean, you got this. We talked about that. You're good. You are good. All right, let's grab ourselves some pretty foil here. Let's do some gold, shall we? I think the gold, yeah, let's do some gold. But first, let's send this through. All right. Okay. We'll see if it foils. You know I love a good experiment. Oh, I love that. That's great. That is fantastic. All right. Pop that out of there. Pop this off of here. Just be very careful. All right. Then we just have like our little, you know, you can cut these out, you can do whatever you want with them. And we'll see how this works. Because again, I mean, it'll be exciting if it does work, but this is not what it was intended for. I'll be excited if it works. Just going to put a little piece of tape there so it holds on to it. And then we'll send this puppy through and see what we get. Why not, right? It is much thicker than our normal cardstock, so it may just work. It always takes a moment to run through, and it's hot. Ooh, hot tamale, hot tamale. Oh my word. All right, so let's get our background piece ready. See, is it cool enough yet? It is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Well, my. All right. Well, this just in. Ring me up. Ring me up for 100 of them. Thank you, Shelly, for making me do that. Ring me up for 100 of them, please. All right, well, there we go, folks. Now that's exciting. That is exciting. I know, isn't it pretty? It's foilable. Well, the other one's foilable. Yep. All right, so we're going to add a little bit more mixed media fun to this. So let's go ahead and trim this down to 4 1/4. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right, and then what's going to happen here is, again, we're going to place this right in the center. Look at how beautiful that's going to be. Oh my goodness. Right, Shelly? I mean, it wasn't my intention, but boy, by gosh, by golly, do I get excited when it works. So now we're going to take some thin little score tape. I call it score tape. I'm not sure if that's like the real technical name for it, but that's what I call it, because that's how I grew up with the score tape. And I'm just going to trim it and just add it into a couple little places here, because we're going to add a little bit more. We want to add a little bit more of that foiling, and the quickest and easy way to do that, especially with the foil that we just used, is by adding these little strips of the scoring tape. You really want to burnish that down well. Okay. And then, oh, where am I? Here we are. So remember this that we used the other day? We're going to use it again, but we're going to use it to add some visual interest. We're turning it into a stencil. See that? And then down here, we can add, there's not enough green, I think, on here though. Yeah, I'm really excited that that worked. So this is kind of the, we'll call this the catch-all card, where I'm kind of doing all the techniques that I know and love. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so easy. And then again, grab your daughter, not daughter. Add some dots, and this is just going to, again, when it picks up the light, it's going to be really cool. So see that so far what we've done? Just added some extra oomph to the background. And again, when your recipient receives this, your recipient is going to look at it and be like, my goodness, there's a lot of levels to that. Because there's a ton of levels to this. All right, so now let's add on our foil. Grab our scrap piece that we just used. We'll do one of these at a time because we don't want to get carried away. We'll do it in the direction of the foil. And remember, you just gently, you don't want to use a burnishing tool here. Gently, and then reveal. Do this again here. Use your same piece. And then one more here. Oh my goodness, 12 minutes left. 12 minutes left on the what was supposed to be a 1 hour sale, but you know me, I caved. I caved quickly. Now look at that. See how that just adds to that? And then on here, we're going to pop this up. All right, hold on, everybody. We can just use regular adhesive for this. Oh, I'm out of my tape runners. It looks like. I mean, they very well could be here somewhere. We'll use this guy. They very well could be hiding here somewhere. Grab our card base. I want to use these very soon. Have y'all seen these? They are not the same color. They are black pearl, platinum gold. And where in tarnation did I don't know where my third one went, but it is not the same color. I want to say it's like a much lighter gold. But yeah, they are not the same color. But very pretty. Pop this on the background. And then we're going to pop this puppy up, and then we're going to add some florals to this because we can, right? Let me grab some adhesive here. So now we'll place this just like so. I love it when things work out. All right, and I think we'll do celebrate today because that's my motto. It was my motto for a long time, but it became a very clear motto to me a year and a half ago, to just celebrate every single, doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter if you just installed a new garage door opener like I did yesterday. You just gotta celebrate, even if it's so simple and boring. Celebrate the mini milestones. Like, even though you didn't get the job, Nikki, celebrate that you went and tried to get the job. Right? That's what I say. All right, let's grab some little flowers here. Actually, you know what? Let me take a look here. I don't think I want to add any of these at all. Maybe behind. Yep. Pop some of these puppies behind. And the thing is, I still have so many flowers that I didn't use. So you have so many things I love that. What do we think? Now let's add some gems because I'm insufferable. And that'll be it. How are we on time? Oh, 6 minutes to spare. By gosh, by golly. Oh, my word. My. I think we're good. I think we're good on our gemstones. All right, ready to review our 4 cards? We made 4 cards tonight. My goodness, that's a double whammy. That's a twofer. A twofer, because I usually make 2 cards. All right, let's take a look here. So here's card number 1. Well, card number 4, actually. And then we have card number 2, 3, number 4. Boy, we had a good time creating these cards tonight. I hope you had a good time, because I had so much fun. All right, let's go to the front view. Okay, it's not too hot. It didn't turn off. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you so very much. Remember to create something every single day. There are approximately 5 minutes left for you to get in on the big Crafty Hour sale to get all of those incredible all of those paper pads on sale. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you so very much. Remember to create something every single day, whether it is simply a card using a crafty background or a craft background or a chipboard background, or
your own ending. I love you for watching, and I love you very much for allowing me to do this every single day. I'm the luckiest man in the world that this is my job, and I get to continue to do this and hang out with all of you. So I will see all of you very, very soon. And tomorrow night you will be with Candy, and she has some really, really fun things planned for you. So